Okay, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Press Play. I'm your host, JJ48, and tonight we are continuing with Zelda Wind Waker. And let's see. If you recall, last time we had climbed the Tower of the Gods and faced the challenges there, which ended up opening up a portal that took us to seemingly the bottom of the ocean, where we found Hyrule Castle in this kind of monochrome state. So we explored around a bit last time, and now I believe there is a puzzle here in the middle that looks like we're going to need to solve. And let's see, what is the nature of this puzzle? So it looks like we have a Triforce on the floor, and we have some blocks here. I can't tell if this block is... Let's... Okay, probably shouldn't have been physically possible if these are triangular blocks, but that was two triangular blocks, not one parallelogram, or rhombus, I guess more specifically. So these blocks, okay, will pivot about a... They'll pivot about a corner. Is there a way to choose which corner they pivot around? Okay, yes. If I go to one side, it'll pivot around the opposite corner, it looks like. So, okay. So I think what we need to do is get these blocks onto the Triforce pieces. So let's work on... Okay, this... Oh, Link, don't crawl. All right. Okay, and with this... Okay, don't pinch your fingers. That would be very painful. Okay, and then we should be able... Okay, so let's see. So this is going to end up being the outside. Nope. Okay. Okay. Need to be on this side to pivot around that corner, and I don't want to trap myself in the middle just in case. There we go. Although wouldn't have mattered because it sunk into the floor. Okay. We have a bit of color. That's interesting. And aha. As if glowing golden triangles weren't enough, the fact that they're the only color in the room makes them stand out even more. Yes. Nothing more special about them. But we can see that, I believe last time we did see some tracks back here, and indeed the statue did slide back on that. So let's go downstairs and see what is going on. And one thing I find kind of interesting about this is, or about what we did last time, I should say, is we got to the Tower of the Gods, and the name, the Tower of the Gods, is rather interesting. I'm trying to think if we've really had a reference to gods much in the Zelda series, specifically past A Link to the Past, where in A Link to the Past it said that the three deities who created Hyrule were gods, but then in Ocarina of Time it said they were goddesses. And since then it seems that we've primarily seen references to the goddesses, And so the Tower of the Gods, seeming to indicate either at least the presence of male deities, um, seem to indicate that there's more of a pantheon going on than just the three goddesses. But um, especially since, but I guess we'll have to hear more before then. Oh, okay. Excellent. To perceive such a puzzle and decipher it is no small feat. Now take the sword that lies before you. It is none other than the Master Sword, the blade of evil's bane. It is the only sword that can banish Ganon from the world above. Interesting. Another parallel to Ocarina of Time, because last time we saw that, of course, the parallel of in Ocarina of Time beating the first three dungeons, getting the crystals, and opening up the Temple of Time, um, which allowed us to travel through time. Here, beating two dungeons and going to see where presumably a third used to be. Um, Getting the three pearls and opening up. Not that we necessarily traveled through time, but we traveled to a uh, to kind of a Hyrule that's stuck in the past, seems like. And now, just like in Ocarina of Time, the area that we traveled to also houses the Master Sword. So let's take a look around. First of all, I noticed on the floor here we have pictures of, I guess, worshippers. Okay. Um, I don't know if they're worshiping the Master Sword or if presumably they're not worshiping the sword itself, but um, on the other hand, we know that we were told at the beginning that the people of Hyrule, when they uh, when Ganon returned, the people expected the hero of time to come rescue them again, to come stop Ganon again. And so it would actually make sense that people would not necessarily worship the sword itself, but see the sword as symbolic of uh, what they're asking for. That like, hey, the hero that wielded this sword, which was, as you might recall, returned to the Temple of Time after we used it, and presumably at some point got moved here to the Hyrule Castle basement. Like send him back. Okay. And then what do we have? Uh, okay, we have these giant knights. How many of them? One, two, three, four, five. Okay, with a blank spot there. Okay. Is there anything? It almost looks like there's a symbol or something on the upper part of their breastplate there, but can't. The sword's in the way, and I can't really get a good view at any of them while still being far enough back to see there. Okay. And then, okay, we have some of this more strangely still water and some stained glass. We have a Triforce. Actually looks like kind of nested Triforces. Okay. We have, looks like a picture of a woman. Okay, with a jewel on her head. And let's see. Ah, there we have a Goron, and we can see not only his Goronness, but his like the tattoos of the Goron symbols on his arms. And that kind of looks like Darunia, so maybe these are the seven sages. In which case, if we look at that a bit more, that does kind of look like Nibiru. Then who's this one? Okay, that's very much Impa. That might help if I use the magnifying glass. or the telescope. Um, yeah, you can especially see like the um, tattoos under her eyes and like her sleeves and everything. That's very much Impa. Okay, then we have here. Hmm, this looks like Ganon. Ganon in his beast form as we fought him in Ocarina of Time, where he had two swords and was wielding the Triforce of Power. It's interesting that they would choose to depict Ganon here, but I guess if this is devoted to the Triforce, maybe it's a reminder of, that the Triforce of Power is in Ganon's clutches. We have Saria, okay, and leaves behind her. And what's this one? Okay, I think this is Rauros the Sage, the Sage of Light that we didn't really interact much with other than he was in the Temple of Light. And he was one of the sages. Okay, and then that would be Princess Ruto. Okay, and that's, oh, we can even see, there's the Nehru symbol slash the Zora symbol above her head. Now I'm kind of curious if Saria and Darunia have symbols above their heads. Actually, let's see if everybody does. Yep, there's the Kokiri Emerald symbol, or I guess forest symbol, or see the Sage of the Forest, or Sage of something. Okay, he has the Raros has the Hylian royal emblem above his head, and he was the Sage of Light. Um, Darunia was Sage of Fire, and he has the Goron symbol above his head. Okay, so these do seem to be related to their peoples, not necessarily to their element. Okay, so he has a Goron symbol. So Impa should have a Sheikah symbol. And yep, there's the Sheikah eye. We saw on the, what were those? The Gossip Stones. And on, I think, the Mask of Truth. And then this should be a Gerudo symbol. Yep, I think we saw that symbol on the blocks in when we went into the Gerudo training ground and Gerudo Temple. So, okay, and of course there's 6 sages here because the 7th sage is was Princess Zelda herself, and see um, I don't see anything to her specifically, but considering this is Hyrule Castle, I'm guessing there's something for her somewhere. I mean, we saw a picture upstairs, but I'm sure there's more to it than just, royal family portrait. Okay, these 5 knights. Okay, they're lowering their sword in salute, I guess. They don't seem to be attacking. Oh, okay, we're getting color back and everything, and now everything is returning to life. Oh, now we're going to have to look at the stained glass again, because look at it all colorful back there. You got the Master Sword, the legendary blade with the power to repel evil, once wielded by the legendary hero himself. I'm honestly kind of surprised that Link is striking this somewhat thoughtful, vaguely heroic pose, because every other time he's gotten an item, no matter how rare or impressive it's been, he's just kind of held it up like he's a kid who just got some candy or something. Um, but I guess he's allowed one rather rather important mature moment. So okay, so let's see. Okay, so we can see the worshippers or supplicants, or even more clearly now. Can we see the? Can we see these guys better? Okay, that's just a Triforce on their chest. Okay, makes sense. Um, these guys seem to lower their sword not like in challenge, but in salute or something. That okay, the hero's arrived and we're acknowledging you. And we have okay, the Triforce. Okay, even more obviously Naburu with the color there, and the red hair. And Impa, the purple. Was she Spirit? No, Shadow Temple, I think. I always get the Shadow Temple and Spirit Temple mixed up. Darunia. I guess Ganon's Triforce is a little bit darker and actually looks somewhat shattered. Like in pieces, more so than stained glass usually does. So I guess they're showing that on behind him there's waves and mountains and it looks stormy. So I guess they're showing the brokenness and the trouble that's come from Ganon claiming the Triforce, or at least the Triforce of Power. Saria all in green, Rauros in his kind of reddish, orangish robes, and Ruto, of course, is blue. And then back to the Triforce. Okay, so I guess we need to go upstairs and take on some of these enemies. What am I going to want? I'm going to want that. Try to steal some Knight's Crests. I think I'm going to want that. I'm going to try to take some pictures while we're here, because once we have access again, I'm going to try to open up something that we can work on while we're out on the seas. And I guess a bow might be useful for some of these enemies. Okay, let's just get the effect from up here. Okay, that is it's much more impressive when it's in color, I have to say, especially with the bits of stained glass kind of peeking in between the knights, and actually being able to tell what stuff is more immediately. Okay, and we've got our Master Sword with the nice blue hilt. So let's go see how it does against these guys. Fortunately, none of them thought to come downstairs while we were exploring. Okay, okay, there's a lot of them here. I need to clear some out before I... Oh, okay. I was going for you, not the Moblin, but I think I need to take his helmet off before I can try to steal a crest from him. And there we go. Oh, cool. He picked up the Moblin Spear. So he didn't just pick up the same weapon he had. He went for the weapon that was convenient to him. Okay, so... oh, can we see these things a little better? These statues that we... Okay, look, yeah, they're definitely some kind of lion holding a sword. Which actually immediately makes me think of Lionels, except that, of course, these... One, they only have 4 limbs. They're not, like, centaur-like creatures. Um, well, actually, that might just be the ones in Breath of the Wild that are centaur-like. I'll have to go back and look at the images of the ones we've faced so far. But these are also, of course, in the castle of Hyrule. So these would be good guys, presumably, or like guardians. Which I'll have to go back and see where we've seen Lionels before. I wonder if there might be some connection to them being like corrupted guardians. Okay, so let's see if I can get a... Okay, come on, face... Okay, maybe that's good enough. Arrows, not really doing much against this guy. Oh, okay, more guys coming to join the party. Okay, still can't get it until he, until I break his helmet. Whoop, okay. Need to have my sword out if I'm gonna try to fight him. Okay, not gonna be able to get a Knight's Crest from him. I don't think he's gonna... There we go. Sir, if you could drop your shield, please, I would very much appreciate it. You'll use your shield to block the grappling hook, but won't use it to block my sword. Great fighting technique. I can see why you have the Knight's Crest that's supposed to be proof of like a Master Swordsman or something. Okay, let's... Really hope these don't need to be in focus. Dude, seriously, I just want your Knight's Crest, and then I can get back to killing you. Thank you. Okay. Okay, well, I got a couple pictures. I don't think there were any other enemies I want pictures of at the moment. And I don't think... Not sure there's any reason to go out that way. Although if it's in color, we are going to want to see what the world looks like in color. Assuming that the whole thing's in color and not just the castle. Okay, nope, we're not going out that way. Okay, we'll head back to our boat. No, we won't do that either. Okay, I guess we are defeating all the enemies. Excuse me, sir. Have you seen this sword? Wow, he is oblivious. Where am I? Oh, okay, missed the cue there. Oh, let's grab that. These guys take a lot of hits, even with the Master Sword. Glad we're using the Master Sword and not trying to take them out with the just the normal sword. It's probably the fighter sword. Oh, why is there a sword in the carpet on the stairs? Sorry, I missed that. This one. Let's see, is it? This was. If you're talking about this one, this was dropped by one of the Dark Nuts. I think the only other one I can see is there's this one that I think was held by by a statue that looks like it's broken now. So that is one thing from this game, is that enemies can drop their weapons, and then as we saw before, the Dark Nut, after he dropped his weapon, he went and picked up one of the spears that one of the moblins had dropped, because they'll just go for a weapon that's near them rather than necessarily going for their own weapon. And of course I can pick up the weapons too, although in general not necessarily a great idea to do that, because I can't really use these sword techniques with the weapons I pick up, so it's generally better to just stick with my own weapon. Oh. Okay, see, like if I go away from him, he'll run and pick up another weapon. Thank you. Oh, it just looked like it was part of the carpet, so I picked it up. Yeah, sometimes I think just when it fell, it kind of went through the carpet, just like this spear. The head of it went through the carpet. Okay, so let's see. There should be more enemies, I think, because I'm assuming there will be a cutscene of the gates de-electrifying or something. I don't see any others down here, so let's head upstairs. They're probably on the balconies. At least if they're moblins, I can throw this at them or something. Okay, there is a moblin down there, and a dark nut. Oh, okay. Also, the enemies can hit each other sometimes. If they swing for Link and another enemy's in the way. Okay. How did one arrow hit all three of them? Unless it hit one of them and then he knocked into the other ones. There we go. Oh, I didn't pick up the things from them. I haven't been stealing them as much from the moblins, but oh well. I'm not sure we've discovered what we need those for yet, and hopefully we won't need them for. Hopefully moblins will be easy to find enough of those. Okay. So let's. Don't see any more enemies up here. So let's see if either the doors are open now, or if there's enemies downstairs. Oh, we didn't see the pictures in color, did we? Okay, so there's the king, presumably the king of Hyrule. There's the Triforce. And there was the princess and her entourage. Let's see if we can get a better picture. Not a picture, but nope, don't want that. That. Okay, that button. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's the princess and her courtiers, advisors. 7 of them, for all I know, they could be the last 7 sages or something. After, from if the sages changed or something. So, okay. Where's... Oh, we didn't check to see if this door was still electric. It is, okay. Unless... Okay. I was wondering if maybe the sword could break the beam, because in A Link to the Past, I believe that's how we accessed the upper floor of the palace. Was use the Master Sword to break through Aghanim's magic, but that's not what's going on here. Okay, there we go. That's where the last one was. Okay, so Hyrule Palace is cleared of enemies, it seems. At least this one main room is. And let's go see what was out here. Oh, it is colorful. Okay, so now that's not just a Nordic flag, that is very clearly, it seems, the Danish flag with a Triforce on it. So maybe, I guess we've already established that that this world is Earth based on the stars. Maybe that's confirmation that Hyrule is actually in Denmark, or I should say was in Denmark. Okay, still can't go out that way, but let's get a little better look at what we saw in the distance. Oh, it's kind of cool, the sun coming down through the water. Okay, so just some ruins up there. You see a lot of mountains in the distance. Those, I'm not sure if I thought those were clouds or if I thought those were part of these mountains, but it's very clear now that we have these like brownish cliffs nearby, and then those big white mountains in the distance. Those are very clearly mountains, not clouds, with the bit of purple that's in there. And some of these peaks. Okay, there's that big black tower that we're still not sure what it is. One tree. And then, oh, it's just a big tall spire of a mountain there. I wonder if that's Mount Doom. if the other side is, well, let's see, if with this bridge here, if we're thinking of the Ocarina of Time castle, this bridge would presumably be the exit of the castle. I mean, the landscape really does not seem to match Ocarina of Time very well. But if this were the front of the castle, then actually over there would be like Kakariko Village and Mount Doom. Or Death Mountain, sorry. Mount Doom, I'm thinking of a completely different franchise. Death Mountain. Um, whereas over there would be like Gerudo territory. And oh, there's even taller mountain spire over there. Ah, but of course, those extremely tall ones are the ones that now have islands on the top. Okay, those are... So it's possible that some of those um, might be areas that existed before. You might have been tall spaces before the drowning of Hyrule, but now, like, some of them might have been lifted up. For instance, the Forest Haven and the Deku Tree was not on a particularly tall mountain, but presumably now one of these mountains is the Forest Haven, and it's been raised up to protect the Deku Tree when the rest of Hyrule was flooded. Okay, so that would be what those are. Okay, enemies haven't reset, although their swords seem to have been cleared away. Rather generous of someone to come along and clean, even after Hyrule Castle's been abandoned for hundreds of years. So let's go talk to King of Red Lions and see what is our next step. Well, after we go get some, unlock some other stuff. Okay, water's flowing again. It's kind of nice to not be hearing just the complete silence out here anymore. Okay, we can see this way a bit now. Just mountains in the distance. Can I climb up here? No. I can raise my camera, though. Hyrule Castle apparently in the middle of a lake. Or Hyrule Castle itself was raised up a little bit and some of the lowland was drowned before the final drowning. I guess that's a possibility. Okay, let's talk to you. At long last, our preparations are complete. You must return to me so that we can return by the same path that brought us here. The time has come to save your sister from her prison in the Forsaken Fortress. Hurry. Well, I mean, not quite yet. We've got some other stuff to do first, I think. But after we make some more preparations, then we'll save our sister. Oh, and we wanted to go back inside the Tower of the Gods to see what was in that one room. Sorry. First, we'll take a small detour. Just because there was that one room that we could... Well, wait a second. Is the water level not rising and falling anymore? Oh, okay, there it is. Good. Okay, I think it was this one. Oh, excuse me. Yes, okay. Okay, first take out the enemies. Come on, buddy. There we go. Okay, let's see what was worth coming back in here for. Probably just like a joy pendant or something. Oh, a treasure chart. Okay. We don't know what the treasure chart will be to, but that will be good to check. Okay. Excuse me. Don't mean to bother you, gentlemen. I'm just heading out. Okay, I'm done here. We can... do I have any bait? Okay, I only have the Hyoi pears. So if we see beetle anywhere, we might want to pick up some more bait. Okay. And we want to head here, back to the Forest Haven. Okay. I think this ought to be near the direction of the Forest Haven, kind of south by southwest. In fact, that might be the Forest Haven ahead of us, with two large islands somewhat near each other. You recall there was the one island that had the that the Deku tree was in, and then we had to go across a little way to the other island to get to the Forest Temple. Or Forsaken Wood, or whatever it was called. Okay, that's looking more and more like it. Or more and more likely that that is it. We are getting some storms, so... Okay, storm seems about over. Okay, that's not too bad. I do like the sailing music in this game. Very, very adventurous. Okay, so... Oh, there's a... Beetle has a boat here. Okay, let's go see if he has bait first and get some information about the island, because I am almost certain I will forget to do so if we don't do it now. Okay, we just need to get near him, and then, yeah, Beetle's pretty good about stopping for potential customers. I wish I could just get onto his boat instead of having to jump out of mine and swim to his, but... Okay, there we go. Oh, customer, I've been waiting for you, you lucky person, you. Pirates sold me bombs for cheap. Now's your chance. Buy, buy, buy. By the way, Mr. Customer, are you acquainted with that adorable little pirate girl? You have a bashful look on your face, Mr. Customer. You can't hide it from me. Okay. Now, so let's see. I think he's suggesting that Link has a crush on Tetra, or something. Not sure what happens when we get a silver membership. Okay, we don't have any more space for it. Thank you, Beetle. Okay, let's... Oh, you're a boat. Stop yawning. Oi, yeah, I've heard. Yes, I want chart and information, please. Wow, there's several islands to the Forest Haven. Just a wee bit north of this island, I've sometimes seen a merchant of incredible girth with a monstrous pack on his back. Now what could he be doing on that lonely little isle? I tell you, there are some strange folk in the world, Fry. And that's all the info I've got to offer. Okay. Thank you, sir. Now, okay. Now I'm gonna start. I believe we're able to start a bit of a mini quest here, or one of the side quests of the game. And it's the reason that we got the Picto box upgraded and have been taking some pictures. Oh, interesting. When they stick their necks out, it becomes very obvious that their necks are the Deku sticks. Hey, don't do that. Stop. Ew, that was very unpleasant. Okay, I don't. I suppose I don't actually need magic, so it doesn't matter that I'm kind of bad at trying to get Link to pick it up. Nope, I want that. Okay. Too high. Oh. Oh, missed. Nope, nope. Ah. Okay, gonna need to watch that. Also, gonna have to go back over my notes to remember we've seen some stuff that we've been told that some stuff will happen during certain phases of the moon. I think now we're kind of in the part of the game where we can start doing a little bit more open exploration. Have a lot of the items we need to explore. There we go. Yep. Try again. Thank you. And we are going to want to, we do need to go save our sister, but there's some stuff that we can make sure that we do, like, while we're working on that, and I want to check to make sure there's not anything we want to do before we do that. This sounds like Makar practicing. I'm going to practice much more so that next year's performance will be spectacular. I hope you'll come back to see us again then. You will, won't you? Uh, I mean, in as much as I can promise to do anything that takes place after the game ends, sure. Okay, is that... Okay, no, that's not where we want to go. We want to head on to this. I guess we need to climb up here. And last time we went through the way that had an arrow, but we're not doing that this time. Okay, we can't swing to that, so I think we just need to try to glide over to it. There we go. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, that's where we were trying to get to. Where... Okay, it's over there. So let's make sure that we get our wind going in the proper direction. Okay, so that seems to be the right direction. Okay. Oh, okay. There, I want to make sure I don't fly over it. Okay. Palace of Figurines Nintendo Gallery membership required to enter. Okay. Okay, so how do we prove membership? You're incredible. Did you just fly down here? That's the coolest thing ever. Hey, if you can fly, do you think maybe you can hit that switch over there? Huh, can you? Huh, you can't see it? It's just over there, up toward the top of the forest haven. Don't you have a telescope? I mean, who doesn't in this day and age? Okay, so let's see. Telescope. Switch is way up on top of that island, at the base of that one branch. You see what I mean? Right in that little nook. Ah, okay, that's... Okay. So that's what we're trying to... Have to hit that. Which, I don't think our bow will reach there, or our boomerang, and can't really fly there. But, now comes where we can use this other bait. And take control of a seagull. And slam the seagull into the switch, I guess, and that'll do it. Okay, and now we can let the seagull have its life back. Maybe. Hmm. Well, let's see. This is unfortunate. Okay, so it seems what's happened is we have crashed the game somehow. Um, and I don't think it's really saved since we started. So, I think what we're going to have to do is just reset, go back to the last save, and uh, try again. Hopefully the whole file isn't corrupted. And it should go a little faster since we're not going to be having to explore all the ruins and, or, we're not going to be doing as much sightseeing. But that will probably put a damper on how much progress I was hoping to make. So, okay, let's do that. No sense in just waiting here when it's not looking like anything's going to happen. Okay, so yes. Okay, and okay, well that's quite unfortunate. Um, Guess we'll also find out if yeah, that save is from last time I streamed, so. Okay, well, let's try to go through a bit faster then. Uh, we'll want that when we fight these guys. Okay, so let's. Next time I'll save before I use the seagull, just in case it's something that the seagull does that caused it to crash. And we will. Oh, up. Yep, can't do that 'cause that would result in Link crushing himself, and he probably does not wish to do that. Um, Hopefully it's not something like that. It's not like just anytime it uses the seagull, the emulator just can't handle it or something. If it is, I'll have to look into seeing if there's any ways around that. Um, but we'll try going again, and I'll just make sure I save before using the seagull. Go inside this time. Go inside what? Um, oh, I see. You're saying pull it so that I was inside the Triforce. Sorry. Yeah, since we had another chance to do it, I should have done that. But I think the first time I played this, I thought those might be like massive dark nuts that were going to start attacking me. Um, okay, so it took us about 50 minutes, 55 minutes get to um, to get to that island in the Forest Haven the first time. Let's see if we can Do it a little faster this time. Okay, Master Sword. Okay, which again, I haven't really been counting how many hits it took to defeat any Dark Nuts or Moblins that we've faced before, but this doesn't seem like it's particularly like a lot stronger than our fighter sword. Oh wait, that. Oh. Well, those guys seem like they went down faster. Okay, well, a few too many of them at the moment. Ow. Well, thank you for taking out that moblin. You guys have fun with that. I'm gonna see if there's any hearts in any of these. Thank you. Oh. Okay, when I do the rolling one, it doesn't seem to really work when there's multiple guys around. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I'm really running low on hearts. So, okay, there we go. Ow, dude, I'm trying to heal myself. Thank you. I mean, I do have a fairy, but I'd really rather. Oh, okay. Apparently, it'll only react. I can only react to the one that I'm targeting. Camera. Okay, wow, that was a bit of a fight. Um, okay, can you come away from the... There, thank you, sir. Okay. Is there anybody else down here? No one else? Ah. Yep, there was the same moblin as that was our last one last time, although we still have to take care of the people upstairs. Okay, anyone else downstairs, or do we just have the upstairs folk? Oh, have you. Excuse me, sir. I was wondering if you would fight me. There we go. That sounded like a final blow. Dude, you guys can't see me here? You have to sniff around? Oh, they're hunting for... Like, oh, I dropped a spear. I need to find a spear. They're going for whichever spear they can... There we go. There we go. Okay, so now that only took a little bit of time. Now we can head back to the King of Red Lions. Well, kind of surprised he didn't turn and talk to us. Like apparently we're not forced to speak to him and have him tell us it's time to go rescue our sister. I guess I should still get the Triforce chart while, well, I don't know if it's a Triforce chart, but the C chart while we're here. Oh, I forgot to take pictures of the enemies this time. Okay. Fortunately, those enemies we will be able to encounter later. So we don't particularly need to take pictures of them. Let's see if we can take a picture of some enemies, though. We have these... what? Is there any way I can, like, see what the pictures are that I have? Okay, there we go. Oh, we have a picture of Grandma. I'll keep a picture of Grandma just in case. Okay, now I want it facing. There we go. Let's see if that one will do it. Okay, this was a sea chart. Or treasure chart. The sea chart, I guess, is the chart that we have that shows all the islands. Okay. Past these guys. Poor King of Red Lions is probably sitting there like, aren't you going to speak to me? Don't you want to get my advice of what's happening after this? And no, we already did that in an alternate timeline. An alternate timeline that will be forever frozen on a seagull in flight. So, sadly. But I guess that's an unintentional parallel to Ocarina of Time, in that in Ocarina of Time we also had like kind of alternate timelines, what with the split of Link both defeating Ganon as an adult and then going back in time and trying to prevent Ganon from ever being a threat in the first place, which, as you might recall, is how this timeline occurred, in that the reason Link didn't show up again is because adult Link went back in time, presumably stopped Link from, or stopped Ganon from taking over, and then lived peaceably in a time where Ganon never took the Triforce. But that, of course, resulted in there not being a Link in the time where Ganon had already taken the Triforce but been defeated. So, got a bit of a branching timeline paradox there. Or I guess branching timeline preventing a paradox. Oh, there's the Tower of the Gods. It's kind of impressive from out here. Okay, first we're gonna be looking for Beetle, who, if it's not random, he should be sailing around this island. Oh, I think I can see his boat over there. Is he sailing away from us? We have to go catch up to him? Okay, now he's turning around. Okay. Yes, Link has a bashful look. Yuck, yuck, yuck. So, we'll to highlight it each time. Don't need any more than you already have. Okay. I don't think that's your call, Beetle, but I guess if you won't sell it, I won't force you. So, how much more bait do we need, at least for the maps? 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 25, 26. Okay, so we need 26 more pieces of bait. I know we don't have that much because we haven't filled 8 spots with bait, much less 7 or 9. Went the wrong way there. Although, I have 15, so we have a little bit more than half of what we need. There we go. And yes, we want the sea chart. Okay. Actually, I wonder if we can. I wonder if there's seagulls here. If we could just activate the switch, because the switch also dropped a ladder. And if we could activate the switch from down here, then we wouldn't need to go through the forest haven. Okay, can't go that far in. Okay, well, I could just change the wind, but I'm too stubborn to, I guess. No, Beetle, get out of the way. Thank you. Okay, but first thing is we're gonna save so that if we screw something up, we can go back to it. Then we're gonna see if we can. No, okay. I see seagulls over there. Okay, maybe that's how they do it. Is you have to be in certain areas for the seagulls to respond, so you can't just. That's why we have to be over there in order to do it. Okay. I see seagulls there. Don't see seagulls over here. Okay, well, we tried. So what else do I need? Oh, that. Okay. Even these guys don't seem to be going much shorter with the Master Sword, so I'm not sure if the Master Sword has really gotten us an upgrade much. Maybe it's broken and we need to recharge it or something. They make a very balloony sound when Link hits them. that. Okay, and here looks like we're already kind of back here in about half the time it took the first time, so. Okay, nope, can't get up that way. Gonna have to jump up another level before we can get up there. Of course, that's assuming I can get these plants right again, which is not necessarily a given. Did it rather well the first time, and might very well end up missing it a bunch of times on subsequent attempts. Okay. I think one more swing ought to do it. I still don't think this looks terribly safe. Not really something I would want to try in person. Okay. Okay. Might as well save again, just in case I fall. Probably be quicker to reload the save than go back through there. There we go. Okay, now we just need to one last save and try the seagull again. Hopefully it doesn't freeze on us. If it does, I'll probably have to call it a night so I can investigate the issue. Okay, so seagull comes up and oh, thank you, seagull. I don't know, maybe let the seagull fly a little bit to make sure we return back to this. And then, okay, return is the L or the R button, so let's try returning. Okay, well that worked. Why didn't you just do that last time? And we have this nice convenient ladder that we can use to get back up here. If you didn't notice, the ladder was like pulled up well above here, and then it slipped down when the hatch opens. So now, in the future, we can get here without having to go through the forest temple and gliding and using seagulls to hit hidden switches and whatnot. So, okay. Let's see what's in here. Oh, he has a little, like, original Legend of Zelda Octorok on his bag. Or her, not really sure who this is or what gender they are, but let's see. So you were a member this whole time. Awesome. Hey, and thanks to you, I got in and became a member too. Check it out. I gave this guy a pictograph, and he gave me this figurine in return. Talk about cool. This will be all the rage. Alright, so what we can do is we can turn in pictures of things to have this guy turn them into figurines. Welcome to the Nintendo Gallery Figurine Palace. This is your first time here, isn't it? Did one of our members provide you with an introduction, I hope? Ah, well, no worries one way or the other. We've been losing members due to our lack of gimmicky attractions. But we don't worry. True fans know we're the coolest. So anyway, do you know what it takes to become a member of our club? The figurines we have on display here have all been made using pictographs provided by our devoted members. If you bring me, the master sculptor, a pictograph that steals my breath away, then you'll become a member and you'll become able to view the collection in our galleries. And won't that be nice? Do you have such a pictograph? Let's see if you like any of these. We have a pictogramma. This is quite an inspiring motif. Hurrah, I'm filled with inspiration. Please permit me to sculpt this. It will be a jewel of a figurine. So what's your name, kid? JJ48? Is it? Well, this officially marks your induction into our little club. I think I should be done with this tomorrow. If you'd like, you can go ahead and take a look at our gallery in the meantime. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, we have a pig. We have a book. There's all his painting supplies and everything. I'm trying to think that fish head there. I feel like I've seen it before. Oh, can't use this in here. Up in the back, that blue one looks kind of like it's one of the goddess statues. And then there's the one next to it looks like the salvager's boat, and then a wooden boat of some kind. This looks like the pirate's ship. Oh no, the figurine making process is a trade secret, I'm afraid. I can't let you take any pictographs of my work. Could you come back tomorrow? Well, how did this guy get a figurine already? Okay, noticing somewhat of a lack of figurines in this room. Beginning to think maybe there's not as many members as the guy made out. Okay, viewing your favorite figurines. Okay, we can move them up or down or rotate them. Okay, that's just... So, when we look at the figurines, we can move them. Are all these rooms empty? I think they all are. He says they have figurines based on what other members have taken, but it seems that no other members have given him any pictographs, so it's going to be up to us to fill in all of these figurine stands. So, okay. I won't go through all the rooms. Does this say the same thing? Okay, yep, same thing about moving and viewing the figurines. But this is a interesting little mini game or side quest for Wind Waker. Of course, we've had kind of large side quests before. In Ocarina of Time, we had to find all the gold Skulltulas, which was a bit of work. And this, I think, will be a similar sized task in that we're going to have to take a lot of pictures here. And we're going to have a day go by between each one. Although I believe at some point we'll get a song that can help us with that. But it'll also be kind of interesting seeing all the pictures we take changed into actual figurines. So, let's see, where do we want to go? Whoop. Oh, okay, King of Red Lions came over here because he must have seen that we went to this island. Thank you, sir. Bomb Island. Let's try going up to Bomb Island and see if, because we were told that there was a merchant with a large pack. And now I kind of want to, I kind of want to find the cyclone now. So I'm wondering if the storm being north of us means that that's where the cyclone was. Wait, no. Go ahead and set that there. Oh, yeah. I wish there were some night music, even if it were different from the day music. Okay, so let's see if this is the island he was talking about. Because I don't think he said which island north it was, and so it could be any one of the islands north of here. Okay. Oh, and this is one that we couldn't really do anything before because we needed bombs, but now we have bombs. Oh. Ho ho. Does he have really red bloodshot eyes? Ho ho, to think that over there would be such a container. Wow, dude, that does not look healthy. Uh, put, I mean, you are blinking, so it's, or winking, or, but might want to put the telescope away a little bit. Which direction are you facing? Might have to go see what's there if he's saying there's a container there. After we find the merchant with the large pack that we were told about. Okay, probably on top here is what we want. Okay, what's in here? Ooh. Okay. Oh. Ah, these guys. No, don't go in there. Thank you. No. Oh my. What's over here? Ow. Okay. That's gonna be tricky. Have to navigate that path. Oh, is it still out? Fire's still out. Okay, good. Um. Um, so do I need to defeat these things? Or... Oh, does that look like that might be a pit there? So maybe we have to throw this guy, one of these guys, into that because it'll have a switch in it like that pit over there did. Okay, let's try that. Nope, nope. I want you to throw it this time, Link. No? Okay, maybe it didn't land in the pit. Or... need to... Stop rolling back! Okay, come on over here. Away from the edge, please. Okay, let's... There we go. Okay, let's try to throw it a little... No. Let's try this one. Okay, I think I'm a little off on my left-right. Or it's entirely possible I'm completely off altogether, and this isn't at all what I'm supposed to be doing. There we go. Okay. Okay, so how did we do that? Okay, there we go. Excuse me, I do not wish to speak to you, sir. Oh, hello, Jess. Welcome. Alright, we got a piece of heart. 2 pieces. Alright. That was a little bit of work for just a piece of heart, but I guess it wasn't too bad once we actually got the bug things to cooperate. Okay, but I don't see a merchant with a large pack, so... we will continue north. Guess we have Eastern Triangle Island, Fire Mountain, Dragon Roost Island, which I'm not sure there would be a merchant there. We were already all over that. And then whatever's to the northernmost. If we don't find them by the time we get to the northernmost island, we'll then we'll come back down to the southern. But here, and probably by the time we get back near the Forest Temple again, or Forest Haven, it'll be tomorrow and we'll be able to see our figurine. And these, to clarify, these are not the kinds of whirlwinds we're looking for. We're looking for the really massive whirlwind. That's the other thing. If we find the really massive whirlwind, we'll divert away from pursue that rather than the... okay, I don't see a merchant there, big pack or otherwise, other than Beetle, and I don't think Beetle usually has a big pack. So... There's also an island that was between Windfall Island and Dragon Roost Island that we haven't visited, or haven't gotten information about, I should say. Okay, well that looks like Fire Island. I don't think we can really do much on Fire Island at this point, so we will just wave to it as we go past. Hello, Fire Island. We will be back to find out your secrets later. I don't think we need to land on Dragon Roost because again, I don't think the merchant's there, and if he is, we'll be coming back to Dragon Roost at some later date. But what we really want to find is we want to find the whirlwinds. The giant whirlwind, not the little ones that we saw earlier. A little disappointed we're not exploring more of Dragon Roost Island because I do really like the music for it. Okay, that's got to be our last batch of islands north of here. Well, okay, these are just the small whirlwinds. Still not seeing the large one. There's a enemy platform. Oh, yes, I want chart and information, please. Seven-star Isles. Okay. Interesting. If you see seagulls flying all around some seawaters, that's a sign that you need to be wary, Fry, because the seagulls flock to wherever big octos appear. Big octos, I tell you, those things don't mess around. And that's all the info I've got to offer. Okay, it's good to know. If we see a bunch of seagulls flocking around somewhere, there's a big octo nearby. Useful both if we're trying to hunt them and if we're trying to avoid them. Wow, I don't even see any place to land here. Let's head due east, or west. There's a couple reasons I'm looking for the giant whirlwinds. One is uh, there's actually something we can do to help get the whirlwinds to help us move around a bit quicker. And there's also, you might recall on Dragon Roost Island, we were warned that the giant whirlwinds are caused by one of the sea gods. I think we were taught one by the god of winds or something, and we were taught the song. And then he said his brother was like the god of storms, something. So he said his brother was responsible for the giant whirlwinds. And we need to get a picture of his brother before too long, because that's one of the figurines that you only have a limited window of trying to get it. Some enemies and some characters you only have they stop appearing after a certain point, so you can't get figurines of them if you don't get pictures before then. Which is one of the reasons that we're not immediately going to rescue our sister. And we're doing some preparation instead. Crescent Moon Island. Okay. You'd best be careful sailing these waters on nights when the moon is full. Well, if you like pure soul-freezing horror, Fry, then maybe you can handle it. Okay. So there's some kind of soul-freezing horror here when the moon is full. Okay. Oh, sharks, that's what's making that noise. Actually, let's talk to this guy first. That was what we were being warned about. Is there a chest here? Sir, is this your chest, or is this just free for the taking? On this side. Okay, well, if this wasn't your treasure chart, I guess it's mine. If it was your treasure chart, then I guess it's still mine, because you haven't spoken up at all. Oh, I see, I do indeed. What do you see? What is that? That appears to be a submarine. You have a big bloodshot eye as well. I guess going and checking out the submarine might be a fun way to end the stream. Let's go. It's almost in. We need the wind in almost the exact opposite direction. And for next week, I'll look up, see if there's a reliable way of tracking down the whirlwinds, so that we're not just completely random about it. Okay, let's see what's in here. Okay, so we have one of those guys. Oh, come on, how do I... There we go. Kept hitting the wall instead of... Okay, so I think as we're beating these guys up, we are starting to light up these skulls. Okay, so maybe one more skull. I think that's 3 of them. There we go. Ow, dude. Alright, another treasure chart. Okay. Don't feel quite so bad about taking this one since it seems to be just owned by these, how are these called? Bikiblins or Biblins or Blins? I don't know. It had some name that indicated that they are incredibly weak. Miniblins? I don't know. But okay, with that, that seems like a good place to stop. Like I said, I'll look up, try to plan things out exactly where we're going to make sure we're not completely random and rudderless next week. But and thinking that, yes, I should be able to stream next week. And still no Friday streams. We'll be waiting until the first Friday of 2023 to return the Friday streams. So, with that, thank you for joining me, and have a good week, and see you next time.